All right.
Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And a sincere salutation to all you Akim that believe in all sincerity. And the Spirit has allowed us to get together, us brothers out here in Arizona, Lord willing, to do an edifying lesson. And, as brothers congregate, brothers, are speaking about, the certain conditions that brothers find themselves in, sojourning here in Babylon. And it's all the same, brothers, catching hell, going through things, and mainly at the hands of our oppressor, So as we, come out here and teach these words to the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we persuade men, man, to by the terror of the Lord to come in, because outside of this truth you're not going to find anything, but oppression, but a wickedness, okay, and things of that sort. So let's begin right here in the book of Psalm 73 about Sean.
This is Psalm 73 and verse 2. It says, "But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked."
Right. So sometimes when you are out and about, okay, and you're 9 to 5, you're at the plantation, when you are just sojourning through Babylon, which is America, man, you damn near be envious at the wicked, because they got it going on. They are the head and not the tail. Okay, they are first and we are last. They don't they don't have to suffer like we suffer, man. They don't have to they're not going through it like you see. And that's what a lot of you blacks, you Latinos, you Native Americans, that's one thing you don't understand, is that you got an enemy, and there's a reason why you're in this condition. So you hearing these videos, you seeing the men going out to the highways and hedges in your major cities, man, that should compel you to listen, to hear, okay? Because you're in captivity, man, okay, by your enemy, man. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 4. "For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm."
Right, their strength is firm. Hey, they're all in cahoots, man. These Edomites, these other nations as well. It tells you that in the book of Psalms 83, to keep you from rising up, man. To keep you, always to be their slave.
And that's why you have things like credit, man, which you have to go into debt and pay Esau usury, right, in order to obtain anything on this side, man. Sign contracts, things like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And here it is. When there's some jobs, man, where they don't ever raise the minimum wage, man. And if you work at a minimum wage job, you can't support a family, man. You can't pay, a 2-bedroom apartment, let alone a house. You see? So, hey, at times, you sit there in the cut and you just wonder, like, hey, man, how are we gonna make ends meet, man? Because of the oppression you see that we are in, and there's a reason for all that, and it's in the scriptures, man.
Verse 4, it says, it's like verse 5. "They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men."
Right. They're not in trouble like other men. Okay, they're not in trouble like the Israelite man. Okay, the Israelite man, he literally has to fight to survive. Okay, and plus for our disobedience, okay, we've been cursed by the Most High. You see, because the condition that we are in, okay, just proves that the curses are real. Okay, the curses in Deuteronomy 28. Okay, where it says a nation. Oh, you got it?
Yeah. This is Deuteronomy 28, and I'll start at verse 48.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
Right. And see when starting with the the Negroes, the Hispanics, Native Americans, man, when we were in chains, okay, because that's another thing, they want to erase that from history. We were on auction blocks. We were naked, okay, and we were hungry, we were thirsty, and we needed all different types of things, and all we had was our birthday suit, man. You see what I'm saying? And you know what? Just because today you got, you know what I'm saying, a home, which when you are ever gonna pay off a $300,000 home, plus you got a brand new whip, your woman might have a brand new car. You know what I'm saying? Those are payments in itself. You see what I'm saying? So like the brother, Gar was speaking, hey, we're in debt in all aspects, man. Go ahead.
I got another one just to back up that point you just made, bro, because this is the life of an Israelite man in the society. This is Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
Run that back again, brother.
So Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
Right, a reproach, all right, and a curse, and to be subject unto payments, man, to this very day. They talk about us that, oh yeah, why don't you guys, go to high school and get a degree, you know what I mean, and get a good office job, or get a good paying job, or whatever the case may be, But the thing is that they're ahead of us, man. You see what I'm saying? The Esau, Edom, hey, they're running the race far ahead of you Jakes, man. You see? Go ahead, Barzal.
I wanted to get the 33rd verse in Deuteronomy 28, and then I got another one for you. But it says, Deuteronomy 28 and 33, it says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. And that's the experience of the Israelite man over here in America, man, and in Babylon the Great. And that's what brothers, when we're chopping it up, man, brothers is expressing their grievances, man, and dealing with this shit, because as the brother was going into us being in this land, still being in a position as captives, still in this land, this devil, we built this land up, with our hands and free labor, and we don't get any of the fucking benefit. All it is, we're mocked, we're bywords, and we're told that we're nothing, you know what I'm saying? And there's nobody, what it said in Deuteronomy, that nobody will save you, man. Nobody's gonna redeem us out of this captivity but our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. So we're still dealing with the shit, man. And this devil is still spending money, that he made off of our free labor that whole time. And his family and his kids kids are still reaping the benefits, man, while we're still suffering.
If I may add to what you're saying, that's why there's things known as the sharecroppers, and if you go to the Northern Kingdom, the encomiendas, man. And these were systems set up by the Spaniards or the ruling class to basically oppress the people, to keep the people poor, man. Because if you're taking a percentage of everything that they're growing without even having to put any effort into it, who's gonna come out on top, man? The oppressor. You see, and that's what Esau did with everything that he did, man. In the 50s, 40s, he limited what Jake could buy, by redlining districts and things of that nature. You see, and that basically kept Jake from creating wealth in the form of this real estate that now America has, the richest land, man. Property homes are like what, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. You see, and these people, these Edomites bought these houses at pennies on the dollar, man. Yeah. They bought them real cheap, when the getting was good, basically. Now they're established for their children, and their children, and their children, man. Whereas Jake, we're still scrapping by, man. We're still struggling to give our children proper education, food, clothes, all that, man. You have to put on the table. And that's what the scriptures say, that you should be oppressed, in every form, shape, and aspect of being oppressed, man. Right. And that's what Esau did to us as a people.
Yeah.
The whole game is rigged against us, man. Real quick, I got this, Proverbs 22:7. It says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. And that's us, man. You know, when the brother was talking about redlining, you couldn't walk into a bank as an Israelite man and get a fair shot, you know, at getting let's say a mortgage loan so you can secure some property. But the so-called white man, Esau, will walk into that same bank, and then he will be given financing. So he can go out there and he can purchase these properties, which is a foundation of building wealth in this country, you know. And not only that, if Jake was able to go into a bank and get, let's say financing for a home, then the home that they purchased would be appraised at a lower value than if a so-called white man owned the home. And this is what I was saying, was that the entire system is rigged against Jake, man. There ain't gonna be no way for us to escape this fucking oppression, man, until our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai come back and destroy this place, man. Yeah, you got it, bro.
I got a quick piece of.
Go ahead, man.
This is Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. And that's basically what the brother described, because there was another article a few months, maybe a few years, and it's probably happened a lot of times, where one of these people that gives property their value will go in with a Jake family in there, right? And that property value will be way low that the people estimated the house would be worth. But they did a little trick on them. They set up another appointment, but this time it was a Edomite family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or
And they put
a friend,
pictures,
a
they
friend,
put
yeah,
Edomite
yeah.
pictures
They
up
made
there.
it look real, and basically the house was worth, like, I think it was close to $200,000 more than when Jake got the appraisal, man.
It was
You
the
see?
exact same house.
Same
Same-
house,
same
different
property.
different price, man, depending who owns it or who's trying to buy it. And that's what the Lord said. That's an unjust weight, man. That's wickedness. You know?
Let's go back to Psalm 73.
You mind if I grab this one real quick?
Yeah, yeah.
You can break it down if you like. It's Haggai 1 and verse 6. It says, "Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes."
Right. See, and that's the lifestyle that we currently live, man. You see what I'm saying? You get, you go to the grocery store and you fill up the basket and you look, it's like, not even that many items. It's like $100 and something, man. You know what I'm saying? All the kids need clothes. Everybody, you make money, but and we always bring this out before you even spend it. It's already divided up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's the life of the Israelite man here in this captivity, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we beseech you. You know what I mean? You Jakes out there, man. That you hear this word. Hey, you got find comfort in the word. Find comfort in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Not under your oppressor, man. Matter of fact, if we can get envy, not the oppressor. Because a lot of Jakes think that because if they get a college degree or they get a rap deal or some Jakes that are somewhat live in the limelight, that they're doing something, and that's far from the case. Go ahead.
That's debt too. You know what I'm saying? Go get a college education. You in debt. These record labels, they'll have you in a contract where they'll give you $500,000 advance, but it's debt because you gotta go out and sell albums and do shows to pay that $500,000 back before you get to put money back in your pocket.
Yeah, that's what the American dream is, man. It's just a cycle of debt and death, man. That's all it is, debt and death, over and over and over. Even if I could say real quick, when you get a house, there's a total interest percentage. They call it a TIP. Everybody knows the interest rate. It's like, that's a low one, like 3 or 5, or maybe a little higher percent. But there's a TIP, man, and that one is the payment for the life of the loan. And I remember when I got a house, man, it was 100%, man. So you paying for a $300 house, you paying $600,000, over $500,000 after 30 years of your life. So you could then die, and hopefully it's paid off, so you could distribute that between your kids. And guess what are they going to do with that, man? They're going to be able to each buy a car.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
That's it. They're gonna end up killing each other over it.
Right.
Yeah, because they're probably going to do that too.
This is the book of Proverbs 3:31. It says, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Right, choose none of his ways, man. Don't choose, okay, the ways of America, man, because it's all oppression, it's all robbery, you know, it's all deception, it's all lies. That's why we see no future here, man. You know what I mean? And not only oppression, but it's just wicked, you know. Everything here is set up to destroy you. The food, you know, we're on the way over here. You know, we were speaking about that too, man. You know, you got to eat more minerals. You know what I mean? More herbs, because you know, the food you eat here, man, it just destroys you. It's all GMO. It's all plastic. It's all, you know, chemicals and dyes and all kinds of shit. You know, if we could get that Psalms that in that same chapter, the 17th verse.
This is Psalm 73 and 17. Until I went into the sanctuary of God, then understood I their end.
Right, and it's not until you come into the truth, it's, you know, it's not until you come into the truth until you finally understand their end, man. Like, you know, and their end is to be destroyed because of everything that they've done, man. You know, the scriptures say, he that toucheth the apple of my eye, man. And the apple of the Lord's eye is Israel. Okay, so, you know, you Israelites, man, this message, you know, constantly goes out to you. Okay, you know, don't envy the oppressor. Although you might find yourself in a hole, or, hey, man, it's you know, we went into that last week, man. It's just it's like a bad dream that you're gonna ultimately forget. You know, what you got?
I got one for you, brother. You know, because just going into what you're saying too, you know, hey, there's a way of acquiring things, right? Jake in the world always uses this, like, how he get it? How did he get it? You know, when Jake has a nice car and shit, did he get it the right way? Did he work for it, or was he selling some drugs and shit like that, man? You see, so there's a right way of doing things and a wrong way of doing things, man. And Esau, the way he established the society, he did it the wrong way. You know, he did it in evil and the shedding of blood. You know, so this is the book of Habakkuk 2 and 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establishes the city by iniquity.
Yeah. And see, this great city, America, was built on the bloodshed of what? You so-called blacks, you Latinos, you Native Americans, man. You know, like the brother had mentioned too, it was built on the back of slaves, man. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Lord has to destroy this place, because it is defiled by the blood, and only by the shedding of the blood of Him that shed it can this place, you know, ever be made you know, justified. You see what I'm saying? Other than that, this place is defiled. You know, but only until you come into the sanctuary of the Lord do you understand, you know, the end of Esau, man. You know.
Precept.
Go ahead, brother.
Sirach 10 and 7. I'll start at verse 7. It says, pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. Verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right. You see, and that's the thing, because America has dealt, okay, since inception, has dealt, you know, treacherously with the other nations. You know, you know, there's nothing that the Edomite has not done in America, okay, which is the elite's, you know, cash cow, okay, you know, for $1. You know, they've done it all, man. You know, and one of the things that is you know, blatantly obvious is the oppression of its inhabitants. You see what I'm saying? You know, the rich get rich and the poor stay poor. You know what I'm saying? That's how they deal in this place in America, man. So, I mean, that's why we always say, you know, why do you want to continue, you know, in America? Why do you want to continue that whole, you know, fairy tale life, that American dream, so to speak? Really, it's a nightmare, man. You see what I'm saying? And it seems like only those that are in the scriptures, man, you know, the hopeful election see America for what it is. See this, you know, Esau for who he is, the enemy. Okay, like it says in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He has the earth in his hand. You see what I'm saying? And through unrighteous decrees, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, let's get what does this the scripture say when the righteous are in authority?
get
Proverbs 29 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
29 and 2.
You got something, Lamar?
I have one just going into what you're saying. You know how you were going into how Esau, man. You know, with the food system, bro. You know, this man here in America, this is the only place where you can sell a lot of this GMO food, man. A lot of this
bro.
genetically modified food. You gotta ask yourself why is that the case? Who's here, man? You see, he has the Israelites here, so he's giving you poison, man. You know, he really is, destroying us, man, on every aspect of the word destroy. You see, that's like biological warfare, man, that he's waging on the Israelites. You see, because those foods that he's making you eat, man, they're full of chemicals, poison. You see, and all this, that's why Jake is all sick and fucked up, man.
And what's that do? It causes you to go into their health system, right?
To the
deal
drug,
with all
to
these
the drug houses.
And then what's that do? You go into debt through the healthcare system, because out here that ain't no joke, man.
Yeah.
I had somebody knock on my door the other day, and I was getting, you know what I mean? I get these people on the door, and sometimes I get ready to, you know, I can't wait to cut this crowd. I wonder what kind of bullshit they're coming up with. And she comes up and she's talking about they're there to help try to get rid of the health debt, you know, or whatever they call it, health debt. You know, the debt from dealing with the healthcare system out here. And they were talking about how they're able to, you know, come and take your assets, man, when you can't pay your medical debts, man. And I didn't even realize that, because, you know, I have some. My son had a cyst on his ear, and he was scared to get it removed or whatever, you know what I mean? And so I didn't really bother him too much about it. But then it got huge, and he went and did it, and they had to do all sorts of stuff, man. And now I'm paying $200 a month for 4 years. Is what they got me on. It was like some kind of like 20 grand, something crazy, man. I was like, what the hell? And you know, I was thinking about maybe I just shouldn't pay it, but you know, you got hey, give them to Caesar what Caesar's, man. You know, it is what it is. You know, Most High will get us through whatever we got to go through, and that's the beauty of it, man. You know, coming into this truth is the biggest blessing you could have, because we ain't part of the rat race out here anymore, if you will, man. You see clawing at each other, trying to get to the top, and then these Edomites are so damn wicked. They'll stab each other in the back when they see one of them getting too powerful, man. That's what they did to Caesar, right? His own people. What's that saying? My son, why have you turned against me?
Well, et tu, Brute?
Yeah.
Brutus, he stopped Caesar. And then he told him, et tu, Brute, meaning, you too, Brutus?
That's his boy, right?
Yeah.
Hey, but that's the nature of Edom, my bro. You know what I mean? Who was the original murderer? Who killed Abel, man? And then lied about it, you know? That was Esau. That was the reincarnation of who will be Esau, man, in these latter days. You know, but I got the scripture just to back up the point about the food, man. This is the book of Ezekiel 4 and 13, because everything's prophesied in the scriptures, man. Of everything that we're going through, it's in the book. You see, so it says, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. You see, and that's why we have the foods that we have, man. Now, if you really do digging into the food industry and you know what it's all about, man, you probably wouldn't eat no more, man.
Yeah. You
know, that's how bad it is out here. You see, but you know we live by the scriptures, and the scriptures does say that thou shalt eat that bread that fell among the Jews and among the Gentiles, man. So what do? You bless the food in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, that's the best we could do here, man.
You know what's funny about that bread, man? That verse. They have that Ezekiel bread. Brothers heard of that bread?
Ezekiel 4:16.
Yeah, they put the scripture on there, and man, you know, you go up the previous verse, and he's telling him to put feces into that bread, man. So they come and try to sell you this bread, mark up the price. Oh, this is holy bread right here.
Well, the food really is shit, bro. You know, the food we eat is shit. We really never tasted what food really is. You know, it's all been polluted, man. It's all been genetically modified. You see, we don't know what real corn tastes like. We don't know what real meat tastes like, and you know the apostle said that before. You know, like we don't really know what real air smells like, man, because it's all contaminated. The air we breathe right now isn't the air that men were breathing even 50 years ago, man. You know, it's gotten way more contaminated, way worse. You know?
I got a quick.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, and that's why we're waiting for the earth to be refreshed, man. You know, we're waiting for that time of refreshing that's gonna come, you know, with the establishment of the kingdom. Yeah, because we don't wanna exist in this wicked ass world with this the foul foods and you know our bodies is going through so much punishment and hell, and all we can do is pray for the mercy of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to get through it. there's gonna come a time where everything is gonna be refreshed, man, and we're gonna know, well, you know, all these things, and that's part of the beauty of the kingdom to come. But real quick, the brother had made mention that like people that had this truth, you know, we've been set free. You know what I'm saying? We're no longer, our mind isn't trying to, you know, reach any carnal goals in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? We're not looking at our family and our friends and looking around and trying to compete, you know, with what they have and what they got and what they're accomplishing in the world. Our focus is solely on the spirit and building up our spirit and riches in heaven, you know, and that's what this truth gives you, man. It gives you a peace of mind knowing that we got something greater that's coming. And this is John 8:31. It says, "Then say Yahushua to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then ye are my disciples indeed." It says, "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." And that's what this truth has done for the true believers in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. It's actually a comfort. And now when you have your mind set and single on the Lord and on the Spirit, you know, the Lord, what does it say in Matthews, that, you know, he knows that we have need of these things. He knows the things that we need. So when we got to pay rent, you know what I'm saying, when we got to feed our children, the Lord is going to make sure that we have all of the things that we need to get by to the next day. You know, we might not have an abundance, you know, but we're going to have what we need to get through to the next day. And the truth is what gave us that. The truth is what gave us a peace of mind, knowing that as long as we continue in the faith in the Lord, that all of these things are going to be taken care of, because the Lord knows what we need, man. You know, and despite what was going on in the flesh, and we might lose a job, or motherfuckers giving us hell at the job, we might want to quit or switch shit up. You know, money might be a little short. As long as we got the faith in the Lord, and brothers have been in these situations, he always makes a way. Something always happens. You know, he'll move this and shake that to where you like, man, the Lord, he really got me. And all that does is just increase your faith that much more.
Right. And the thing is too, I mean, you know, we're actually right now we're suffering, man. You know, we're suffering for the kingdom, and that's a righteous thing at that, because the scriptures say the Son of Man had no place to rest his head, man. So he came on on a mission. He came on a mission, and we, through the Spirit of Par Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, we're on a mission as well. You see what I'm saying? Anything could befall us. You see, and anything has befallen brothers already, like the brother Barazal mentioned, and that was beautiful, man. Like, hey, you know, our bodies are beat up, man, because this world is polluted, and did we get the when the world
Proverbs
Proverbs
29:2.
Oh yeah.
people mourn it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, come on.
Can we read that?
Come on.
This is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Mm-hmm.
But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Right, and see, and that's beautiful. Run that back, brother, for sure.
That's it, bro.
When the righteous are in authority,
Right, when the righteous are in authority,
the people rejoice.
the people rejoice.
But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Right, so we're mourning right now, man. Why? Because we see all the unrighteous decrees, we see all the oppression, we see all the evil that is being perpetrated throughout the world. You see what I'm saying? And how our people are just, you know, they're just falling for it, and they're just, you know. But we're, you know, through the Spirit, you know, we're telling you, hey, you stick to, you know, the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, stick to the Word. Matter of fact, if we can get man shall not live by bread alone. Go ahead, brother.
This is James 2:5. It says, "Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith,
Right.
and heirs of the kingdom which He has promised to them that love Him?"
Salaki, brother. Run that back, Baba Kushan.
From the top. James 2:5. "Hearken, my beloved brethren, has not the Most High chosen the poor of this world?"
Right, the Lord chose the poor of this world, man.
Fire.
You see what I'm saying? The Lord didn't choose,
That's fire.
you know, the celebrities of our nation. You see what I'm saying? The scriptures tell you, "Woe unto you that have received your consolation." You see what I'm saying? And who was it? A brother with it? That's that brother from the visitor. He said that's the loser's prize. This life and and the riches, the fame, and the glory that you might receive in this life right now on this side, that's really the losers. Yeah, that's the B version.
The bootleg.
That's runner up. That's number 2.
And if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, that's
what Ricky
right.
Bobby said.
I got one for you, brother. Back up that point.
Salaki, brother, if we may, let's break that down a little bit, because you know, we got to remember that, man. We got to remember that when we're in these tough times, because you know it's going to get to the point where, you know, and brothers and apostles and elders have mentioned it, man, where, you know, we gonna have to forsake it all.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? The enemy is coming like a flood. That's another part of the scriptures that we always bring out, man. Okay, your arch enemy, okay, Esau Edom, okay, he doesn't want to go down with by himself, man. He want to take others with him because he thinks he's the Most High. So there's gonna come a time where we're gonna have to forsake it all, man. So we have to be in the mindset that we're just sojourning here. This is not a place where you stack riches and fame and glory and and all these different things.
Right.
Now, granted, you do got to take care of yourself. They call us what? The bum camp. But brothers got jobs. Brothers are hard workers. Brothers are responsible, man. And that's what the truth teaches you to do. So don't get it misconstrued that we're telling you to just throw your hands up, you know what I mean, and don't handle your business. That's far from the case. But if we could read that, brother Bob Kashan.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I remember something one of the brothers says sometimes, one thing, man, hey, the Lord dealeth with them brothers that are poor, man. Sometimes there may be a brother that is, he don't got it like that, bro. But hey, the Lord's dealing with him heavily, you see? And that's the way the Lord does things, bro. Because hey, the Lord is nigh to those that are of a broken and of a contrite heart,
That's right.
Hey, what did he say? Those that wear king's raiments are in king's houses and shit like that. So I'll get you, brother. James 2:5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which He hath promised to them that love Him?
Right, they're heirs to the kingdom, man. Those that are poor. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're rich, what do you need saving from? That's why we always say Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it to follow it, because he already received his prize, man. He's living in his kingdom. Okay, so the Lord chose the poor, which are heirs to the kingdom, man. Those are the ones that are going to be inheriting joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. Okay. Yeah, is there any more on
Yeah,
that?
there is. Verse 6, it says, but ye have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seats?
Right, see, and that's what we're going into, man. Rich men oppress us, man. Okay? The CEO of your company, they're the ones making all the bread.
Yeah.
They're the ones, all they shove down your throat, work harder, and maybe you'll get a raise. Work harder, maybe we'll give you some time, this, that, and the other, whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? And it's bigger than that, because they got bigger companies that are Jeff Bezos rich, man. Those are the dudes, you know what I'm saying? Those are the rich elites, man. Those are the ones who they start wars and rob the riches and the treasures from the earth and from other nations and steal the oil. And man, when you really look at what Esau's doing on the map as a whole, they're just raping the whole earth. That's why it tells you in Isaiah that they find the nest of the eggs of the other nations and they take them. And they say, who's going to do anything about it? No one's going to peep. No one's going to say nothing. You see what I'm saying? Rich men oppress us, man. And they oppress us in their. Go ahead, brother.
This is Proverbs 22:16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. That's Esau, man. Just like he's oppressing us now, in our kingdom, he's going to be at the bottom of the barrel, just way much worse, man. Because the scriptures do say that fill to him double, give to him double, man, according to all his doings. So hey, you're going to get yours too. It's going to be like the apostles always say, that the ultimate trading places. We're going to go from rags to riches, and they're going to go from riches to rags.
Come. So we got a picture.
It's Psalms 37 and verse 10, it says, "For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yet thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace."
Yeah, the meek's can inherit the earth, and that's and when you go into that word meek, it's dealing with it's the word meek basically means to accepting the things, okay, that the Lord does to you as good. You know what I mean? Basically, accepting His will, and if His will is for you, okay, to struggle, you know what I'm saying? Then hey, that's you know, and it's not always like that. The Lord blesses. You see, matter of fact, if we can get that man shall not eat by bread alone.
I'm holding it.
Okay, come on.
Verses 7.
Oh, you do. Matter of fact, go ahead and bring that on.
Verse 14, it says, "The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow, cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation." It says, "Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bowels shall be broken. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked.
Wow.
For the arms..."
Run that back, brother Bob.
"A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked."
It says many wicked. You see, so a righteous man is better than many wicked men. You know, and you know, contrary to popular belief, man, you know, you want to be hungry. What does it tell you in Samuel? I think it's Samuel where it says, "Give me neither poverty nor riches." Matter of fact, if we could get that, brothers, because you don't want to be too up there, but then again, you don't want to be too low. You know what I'm saying? You know, you want your daily bread. Okay. Matter of fact, you got the daily bread?
Yeah.
Get that for me, Bible.
Okay, it's Proverbs 30:8. This is Matthew 4:4. It says, but he answered and said, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High."
Right. And that bread, you know, it's twofold in a way, because it could mean money bread, and it also means bread like food. You see what I'm saying? You don't just live by filling your belly or making money, but by every word that proceeded out the mouth of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, which is this word. This word, really, you know, what did the Lord say? Put these things first. Matter of fact, if we can get that
Things
too.
added unto you.
You got something, Gabar?
I got that Proverbs that you asked for.
Come.
Alright, right here. This is Proverbs 30:8. So it says, let me get the whole chapter. Alright, Proverbs 30:8. It says, "Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches."
Poverty nor riches, man. So it's just that proper balance, and every man has a different balance, man. Some men have bread, bro, and that's all right. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to find the wisdom in what we're saying. We're not, you know, like I said, we're not saying go out there and go, you know what I'm saying, go be a transient. We're not saying that. You know what I'm saying? What we're saying is that even what we do get and what we do have is nothing compared to this truth and being in the kingdom, all right, and knowing our situation in this life, man, and knowing that the Lord picked the meek, man, the poor, the humble, the righteous man over the wicked, okay, and an abundance of just, you know, wickedness. All right, if that makes sense. Go ahead, brother.
It says back at Proverbs 30 and verse 8. So like up in verse 8. Verse 8. "Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me."
Right, food convenient for me, and you know, food is likened unto this word. Food is likened unto healthy food. You know, that, you know, we want to be sustained. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna say this too. What does it say? That a nigger know not what to do with money, but a righteous man knows what to do. Knows how to have that balance. Knows how to, you know, how to take care of his business and handle himself, man. That's what these scriptures teach you, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says verse 9, "Lest I be fool and deny thee,
Right.
and say, Who is the Lord?"
Right, so what happens when cats get a lot of money, man? You know what I'm saying? Well, look at the celebrities, man. What do? I was just watching on YouTube, man, these guys, man, these childhood stars, man, damn, them dudes, they turned them dudes out, man. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you don't want to have too much, because then you'll end up denying the Lord by what? By your actions. It also tells you in Timothy that riches can become a snare, man. Many men have fallen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why the father will bring up his son in the proper way, man. He will teach him about trade, how to deal, and things of that nature, man. Because that was him protecting his wealth. You see, because his wealth is fucking flies. His wealth is in his son's capabilities of keeping that thing going, man. Once he's gone. You see, and that's basically what we're gonna do with our seeds once we get our kingdom, man. You know, Israel's gonna be, hey, it's gonna be spectacular. That's why all the nations are gonna seek to us, man, because we're gonna have this order according to what the Lord wants to be done in the planet Earth. You see, and that's what the Israelites are gonna be, man. They're gonna be the lawgivers. And that's why that kingdom of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem El Shai, that kingdom we're gonna inherit is gonna be so righteous because it's gonna be done in order. You know, everything's gonna be structured. Ain't gonna be no deceitful acts like you see here in this society, man. You know, we're gonna treat the nations fairly too. You see, so hey.
Yeah, there's you know, if I could add an example, you have this dude, this rapper called Devin the Dude, and one of his songs, you know, it's called "Dude the Ashtray," where basically he starts out at the beginning of the song talking about how he makes money off of you know, a song or whatever, and he goes and buys all these boats, all these cars, and all these different things, and at the end of the day, when you know, when his money's spent, he finds himself picking through ashtrays, trying to find something to get high off of, man. You see? Just adding to what you said.
Right. So you know, when you don't want poverty or riches, you just want food convenient for you, because like the celebrities, they're a perfect example of dudes who get everything at their fingertips and end up destroying themselves. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, because money can't buy happiness, man. You know, it can't buy your way into the kingdom. That dude tried to buy the Holy Spirit, and they said, "Hey, man, let that thought perish with you, because that you have no part or matter in this." The thing that is more important in life is a relationship with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, knowing that there's riches to come, knowing that this labor is going to be rewarded.
Inheritance of the earth, man.
Yeah. So anybody got anything?
About a few more verses. It's there's 3 verses. It says, verse 17 of Psalms 37. It says, "For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied."
Yeah, because there's going to come a time where there's going to be a famine, and we're already seeing it. You know, other countries are going through you know, hyperinflation. Remember Venezuela a couple years back, but America's starting to see it too. You know, this collapsed, orchestrated famine. You see, but the righteous, they're gonna have substance, man. They're gonna be able to eat. They're gonna be able to drink. You see, why? Because they labored in this truth. Because they believed in the Lord. Because when the Heavenly Father came back on the earth, there was faith. You see what I'm saying? Because like how we mentioned through the Spirit, you know, hey, you can't take nothing with you. All you're gonna take is what you did in this life, you know, and what you learned. You see what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the fear of the Lord, which is gonna be your strength of salvation. You're gonna be strong because you fear, and the Lord, He's gonna come through. You see? But there's people rioting out there thinking nothing's gonna happen, thinking they just gonna have it all. But hey, there's gonna come a time when we're gonna have to forsake all this shit, man.
He that loves his life shall lose it, man.
Somebody got something?
I got one.
Come.
Romans 8 and 5. It says, "For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace."
Gone, right. You know, and carnally, you know, the scriptures say, "He that soweth to the flesh shall reap corruption."
Mm-hmm.
So if you know, go out through this whole life and just feeding the flesh, and you never become spiritual, you never find the Heavenly Father, or better yet, the Lord never wakes you up, then you're gonna die. You see, and that's what a lot of people don't understand, that, you know, right now is not the time, you know, to live it up. You know, right now is the time to walk humbly with your power. You know, to try to find, you know, compassion in the days to come. You got it.
Hey, can I make a real comment? Because, like, that's the dangers of riches, because riches feeds directly into the flesh. When somebody get a whole lot of money, the first thing that they do is, you know, the world now turns into their playground. You know, the scriptures say, you know, you can't serve two masters. You know what I'm saying? So there's a separation there. You either gonna be locked in trying to focus on the money, or you're gonna be locked in focusing on the spirit. And then you get money, the first thing that comes in is pride, because everybody notices. Now everybody loves you. The next thing is the women. Here comes the fucking women, because they flock to whoever got the money and the power. Now you got all these material things, you know, you held in high esteem, and then there goes the pride, man. And the Lord ain't dealing with pride, so everything that comes with having all that fucking money is in exact opposition to Yahweh Shem Yahushai and what he wants, man, for us through the spirit. And that's why it's dangerous, even though, you know, it's nice, but now you're giving it to pleasures, man. Now you completely consumed in the fucking flesh, and that's only gonna lead to death. And that's like the brother gave the example for these celebrities. That's why you see that over and over again. DMX, you know, all these young niggas, man, that's on social media flexing all their money and riches. Then somebody come in their house and rob them and kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this kind of shit is going down because you know, they consumed by the money in the flesh.
For the love of money.
You had I was just gonna say, you had a rapper recently. I don't know his name, man. But he was in
Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
He got popped and smoked.
He got popped and smoked.
Yeah.
Because he took a picture of his stacks and they saw the address for his what was it, Airbnb.
Yeah.
Rolled up and got his ass. Man.
You have a bunch of those Facebook live streams where these fools are showing money around, right? And then they get rolled up by another dude that saw the live stream.
Yeah, right during the live stream. That should be, yeah.
That's the Lord mocking them, though, bro.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, hey, there's nothing wrong with money, bro. Money's a defense, the scriptures say. But when you don't have the right mindset to have money, man, you know, that shit will drive you crazy. And we you know, we all have that family member that got a little money and blew it all away, man. And he used knowledge and wisdom to manage that. You see, and that's what the Lord's gonna give us, man. He's gonna give us management of riches. And that's what the Lord's setting up right now, man. A governing body. You know, we're gonna be the rulers of the earth. We're gonna deal with finances. We're gonna deal with agriculture. We're gonna deal with all these things, man.
Yeah.
You see, that's what comes with governing. You know, and that's what the Lord's setting us up to do, to govern. Because we seen what a government, we seen what wicked rulers have done, man, or what it is to be in a wicked society, the unjust balance. We all felt a little taste of the wickedness of America, man. You know, dealing with the banking systems, whatever. You know, prison, you know, whatever. You've dealt with them, man, and if you don't got a good credit score in this society, you ain't shit, man.
You ain't shit, man.
You know?
And the scriptures teach you that you know, a righteous man will be temperate in all things.
Yep.
And that's money goes into that as well. You know, temperate having you know, so the self-control and discipline about things. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes we have moments where we up. Yeah, let me take my, hey y'all get in the car, we gonna go to the mall, you know, I'm gonna hook y'all up with something. And then sometimes you have those moments when you down, man, and then you know you trying to figure it out. But in all of those situations, you be temperate, man, and you be spiritual through it all, man, and maintain that level of discipline and balance, you know, and have a level of integrity like Job, man. You know, he was up and he was going through his thing, but he maintained his integrity through it all.
Yeah, that's beautiful you said that, because what would a rich man do? He helps his friends, right? And I think it's written that was the spirit that Job conducted himself. He was a just man that eschewed evil, man. So how do you think Job was dealing when he dealt with anybody else? He was dealing righteously, man. You know, this society don't teach you that. That's why Jake be killing each other over some fucking money that's not backed by anything, man. Some fucking FRNs and shit, bro. You know?
Yeah, I have family members that going out there doing the most, selling, kicking their own family members out of particular homes and things like that, man.
Well, my family, certain brothers don't talk because they got in a dispute over land, bro. You know what I mean? They don't talk to each other now. You see, because that's what just having your mindset and getting it gets you, man. You
Yeah,
know?
you had that. My grandma, after she went into the spirit world, man. You had all kind of different family members that you ain't heard of in years, just popping out the woodwork. Oh man, we should have this house now. Oh, we should have. I was like, man, everybody's trying to get a piece of this house, man.
Yeah. Hey, if they could, they would.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll just tear that shit up.
Yeah, yo.
You want me to get this for you, bro?
Bishop.
This is Philippians 4:12. So it says, I know both how to be abased and I know how to abound.
Right. So you got to learn how to be abased, and you got to learn how to abound. You know what I mean? And abase means what? To be brought down.
Philippians.
You see what I'm saying? And abound means is when you're overflowing. You see what I'm saying? You got to know both. You got to have that perfect balance, man. Because life is like that. I'm gonna say a man's life is highs and lows, man. You know what I mean? And everything, man. Sometimes, if you think back, you know what I'm saying? Like you got good days, you got bad days, man. But the thing about it is that Yahweh Bashim Shai, he's in control of all things, and he's teaching us through the word is how to see, you know, how to deal with it. That's what this is all about. All the scriptures, you know what I mean, are written for our learning, so that when we encounter all different types of circumstances, that we can navigate out of it. You know what I mean? And like you know, that's beautiful. You know, apostles say, man, the elect could already be sealed. So we're just going through what we got to go through, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? We be those men and enduring to the end. But you know, if not us, who? You know, we say that humbly. You know, we don't say that in any manner of pride at all. But run that back to the Bible, Sean.
Like in Philippians 4:12, it says, I know both how to be abased and I know how to abound everywhere. And in all things, I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need.
How to suffer need, man. That's what we need to implement. You know, brothers come. When brothers meet up, you know, brothers are speaking about the things that they go through, how they had a base in this situation, but the Lord brought them out. You know, how they went through this, but the Lord's bringing them out of it. You know, and it's not just monetarily; it's in everything, man. It could be in infirmities, man. It could be in unjust dealings. You know what I'm saying? At your 9 to 5, you know, it could be X, Y, and Z, man. Where the Lord helped you, you know, through car troubles, man. You know, or through your travels, or whatever the case may be. The Lord. You know, you might have to abase, you know, but the Lord also, you know, helps you abound in situations, man.
Indeed.
You see, because the scriptures say the Lord will not withhold no good thing unto his righteous.
Yeah, I remember when we were coming in, when I was coming in, brothers used to say this a lot, like, hey, learn how to take L's in this truth, bro. Sometimes you're going to take a lot of L's, bro, before you get a W. You know, the W's are going to be spread out. You know, if you do get them, they're going to feel good as hell, though, bro. You know, and that's what the scripture really goes into, too, you know, that, hey, when you're good, be happy about it and use that extra to help the body out too, you know. That's why all this comes into play, man. It's a highly spiritual thing. Hey, there's been cases where one brother gets a little extra cash and then another brother falls into a little hole or a jam, and you know,
Y'all meet right in the
that and your brothers met in the middle, because that's the way the Lord's doing things right now, man.
That's cool.
You know, it's a highly spiritual thing. You see?
Yeah, I got a quick. Oh, yeah.
I'll finish it real quick. It says, verse 13. It says, I can do all things through Yahweh Shai, which strengthens me. And at the end of the day, that's it right there, bro. That's the foundation. That's the source, the power source of this whole thing of ours, man. Yahweh Shai, and what he's giving us, the grace, the supping. You know what I'm saying? It's like I always like using that example of how the Flash, when he runs fast, he uses that speed force, bro. Okay, and that's basically what we do when we get in the spirit, man. We enter the spiritual force, the spiritual zone. You know what I mean? Where Yahweh Shai is in the midst of us, and he's providing us with what to give the hopeful members of the elect to eat, man. You know.
Con, if I want to make a point on that, the scripture, the brother read, I can do all things through Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who strengthens me, man. And I want to make a point, man, because, you know, when you go through things, man, I'm going to say this, man. It's good to go through a lot of hell, man. I'm going to say this, because the scriptures say that you're exercised, you know, thereby. You know what I mean? The spirit is exercised, man, as opposed to someone who doesn't go through that much, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, 2/3 of our people, when they get out of work, You know what I'm saying? I'd be asking myself, well, what are you doing when you get home, man? Oh, I just be kicking it, bro. I just, sit on my lazy boy. And I'm just, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just, and you think to yourself like, damn, I got to go to work after this. You know what I'm saying? And the work is this work, you know? But there's going to be a greater reward for what the men of the Lord do as opposed to those who are not doing nothing with their free time, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's better to go through things because at the end of the day, and I'm going to say, I have to remind myself about this too, man. The more you go through things, the more battle tested you are, man. Ooh. The more because some people might say, man, that dude goes through a lot of shit, man. That's crazy. But at the end of the day, like, that shit becomes like, you live in hell. Yeah. You got to be comfortable just living in hell, man. Like,
callous to it or something.
That's real.
That's the spirit I was about to say that, bro. It's like when you're doing any job, right? You're doing it for the first time. Your hand will get like, what happens? You get little blisters and shit. Your hand hurts the next day and shit. But through a period of time, man, that shit becomes numb to the pain where you could do it all day and it don't even hurt, bro. You see, and that's what this truth is all about, man. Going through shit, not only for yourself, but for the building of other brothers, man. You can share with brothers. Because there's a saying that I always abide by, man. A smart person will learn from his mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of other people, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the case. You know? And if you're wise, then you will use other brothers' experiences to be like, oh shit, well, all right, I'm gonna change that up, or hey, I'm gonna do this, and that's applying wisdom.
Overcome Jacob's trouble with all the callous as well. This is just a quick one, man. It's 1 Thessalonians 5:18. In everything, you see, in everything, give thanks, for this is the will of God in Yahweh Shai Mashiach concerning you.
That's right, man. In everything, give thanks, man. In everything, in the good and in the bad. You know what I mean? Don't just pray when things are going good. You know what I mean? Pray all the time. The scriptures say pray without ceasing, man. And we got to pray more now than ever, man, to keep that spiritual connection. Because, it's funny because you'll notice that when you're like in hot water, whatever the case, you start praying to the Lord. You're like, man, you know what? I haven't prayed in a while. And the Lord be like, see, I needed to bring you back, and that's what it means.
That's a mercy shot, man. And that's how you really turn around. Oh man, that was a mercy. I started,
slipping and wavering a little bit, with certain aspects of the truth.
Yeah, especially that prayer, right? You find yourself like, man, wait, snap! I haven't prayed like it, I prayed once a day. You know what I'm saying? Like I usually pray like 2 or 3 times a day, whatever the case. Or I didn't pray for my food last time, or be like, snap! I gotta pray this time. You gotta watch yourself in those things. Always praying.
Hey, it's the small things, brother. Sometimes the small things, they're the building blocks of everything. That prayer, the even fasting too. It's a high time to be in that spirit too. All that, man, because it's gonna be beneficial for you in the long run.
Right. Seeing that the day, you got it. Seeing that the day of atonement is coming up too, man. You know what I'm saying? It's fasting season, man. You know what I'm saying? Get a couple fast in, if not one. That's me myself first and foremost before that day comes, man. Because we got this beautiful truth, and we miscarry at times. So all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. We have a day to come to Him and admit our miscarries, man. Admit our flaws, man. You see?
The bull rush, right? You always go into that.
Yeah. That's a that cylinder type of bull rush, when it grows, and it really grows. Sometimes it grows by rivers. I've seen it. The pictures of it. It'll when it gets it'll lean over to the side. It kind of looks like someone's bent over, like praying. So, let's get that Proverbs 17. That Proverbs. Then we'll get that, and then if we got anything else, end it out.
This is Proverbs 8 and 17. And it reads, I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me.
You see, so right now, like we've been going, through the spirit, man. Right now is the time to be close to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Right now is the time to be close to your Maker. You know what I mean, and be spiritual and into the worldly possession, the worldly things, worldly lust, or any of those things that can take you off the path, man. You know, go ahead, brother.
It says, verse 18, riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches